So we have completed interfacing of keypad, LCD display, and 7-segment display, stepper motor interfacing. Okay, right. Next topic, serial communication and interrupt. So those topics we have completed already. So ADC, DAC interfacing and interfacing of memory with the microcontroller. Only these two topic is pending. So I told you to try for ADC, DAC and submit as assignment. You try first. If not, I'll show you how to do the interfacing of ADC, DAC with the microcontroller. Right. In today class, we shall discuss about interfacing of memory with the 8051 microcontroller. So what are the pins are involving interfacing of microcontroller with a memory? This is active low signal. Okay. External access pin. EA stand for external access. This is active low signal. What do you mean by active low signal? Wherever the complement symbol is there, that particular pin is active low signal. Meaning, if we apply 0 on this particular pin, the corresponding operation will be enabled. Okay. External access. From the name itself, you can easily understand. Suppose if you want to connect external memory, particularly ROM memory, with the microcontroller, this external access should be connected with ground. It indicates 0. Next, read bar, write bar signal. So read bar signal, write bar signal, this is also active low signal. Meaning when you place 0 on this, the read operation will be enabled. When you place 0 on this particular pin, the write operation will be enabled. So read write signal mainly used for RAM or RAM, read write memory or random access memory. Okay. Read signal, read and write, both signals mostly we are using for interfacing RAM memory with the microcontroller. So apart from that, PSEN, program store enable, this is also active low signal. Program store enable, particularly this pin is used for reading the data from ROM, read only memory. Okay, so this is similar to read bar signal of the microcontroller, but particularly which is used for reading the data from ROM, or reading the information from ROM. Okay, next. So if you look at the memory structure, say for example, 8 rows are there: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 rows, 8 cross 8. What do you mean by 8 cross 8? This memory has 8 register. Each register can store 8-bit information. So this is called as word. Mostly 8-bit word available, sometimes 16-bit word also available. The second letter indicates, the second field indicates how many columns or how many bits can store each and every register. This represents how many row or how many registers are available. Suppose 8 cross 8 memory, meaning we do not require 8 address lines. Okay, 3 address line is sufficient. So we already studied the concept of decoder in the digital electronics. We may use 3:8 decoder circuit. So 3 address line is sufficient to access this 8 location. So if you are placing 000, register 0 will be selected. 001, register 1 will be selected, and so on. 111, register 8 will be selected. So this is called as address decoder. So apart from this address decoder, some of these signal available in the memory IC, memory also available in the form of integrated circuits only. We will discuss what are the names of those signals and all. Okay. So remember the terminology: external access, program store enable, read bar, write bar. 8 cross 8 meaning 8 register, or that means 8 rows, 8 register. Each register can able to store 8-bit information. Suppose 64k bytes, 64 kilobytes of memory. That means 64 kilobytes. Byte represents here this one. Second one, bytes. So 64K. So 2 power n equal to 64K. Then what is the value of n? Okay. So that depending on the n value, we need as many number of address line. Okay. 64 kilobytes. Bytes represents the second field of this one. One location can store 1 byte of information. 1 byte equal to 8 bits. So 2 power 16 equal to 64 kilobyte actually. 2 power 16 equal to 64. So read bar, write bar over, program store enable over, and external access over. Next, this address line we needed, right? Address line. So microcontroller has 16 address line, but A0 to A7 multiplexed with AD0 to AD7. Same line, same signal, or same bus will be used for carrying address information to point out the address location of the memory, and later the same buses will be used for carrying the data from memory to microcontroller or microcontroller to memory, depending on the condition. So we need some more integrated circuits, latches, same arrangement available in all these pins. So whenever this address latch enable equal to 1, this AD0 to AD7 used for carrying the address information. So once address information latch out from this AD0 to AD7, now make it as ALE equal to 0. Now this AD0 to AD7 will be used for carrying the data information. So A0 to A7 and then A8 to A15, dedicated address line. P2 can be used as input output port, and also this will be used for connecting with the memory. So 16 address line. 16 address line meaning 2 power 16 equal to 64 kilobytes. 65536. 2 power 16 equal to 65536. If you convert into kilobyte, you will get 64. 1024 byte equal to 1 kilobyte. 1024 byte equal to 1 kilobyte. Okay. 1024 byte memory. How to construct? I think 2 power 10. 10 registers. Each register can store 8-bit information. You will get 1024 byte of information. If a register can store 8-bit information, this represents 1 byte. So 2 byte, 3, 4. So in this example, 8 cross 8 meaning this is 8 byte. The memory capacity of this particular IC is 8 byte. These are all some basic terminology to understand interfacing concept of memory with the microcontroller. Okay, so we shall recall the internal architecture of microcontroller. It has internal RAM, up to 4 KB of internal RAM, ROM memory, internal ROM memory, read-only memory. Address from 0000 to 0FFF. Okay. Usually external access pin kept at logic high, which represents 0000 to 0FFF from internal ROM, internal read-only memory. Address information from 100 to FFF represent external ROM memory. Okay, this is the one case. Suppose if you want to interface a ROM alone with the microcontroller, that time you have to make your external access pin equal to 0. Now the 0 starting from 0000H to FFFF. All this location from external memory only. So by the time you have to make your program store enable pin as 0. Program store enable equal to 0 meaning you're ready to read the data from your external ROM alone. Okay, so remember, whenever if you're interfacing external ROM, this pin must be kept at low. For reading the information from ROM, PSEN should be 0. Program store enable should be 0. Okay, same concept I have mentioned here. If EA equal to logic high, meaning 000 to FFF from internal ROM, 100 to FFF from external ROM. If E0 kept at logic low, internal memory is completely disabled. So 0000 to FFF, access from external ROM. Next, RAM, 128 bytes of RAM. And hexadecimal representation 00 to 7F. 00 to 7F, we discussed register banks are available and some spaces are available. And 80 to FF, 80 to FF, special function registers are occupied. 80 to FFH, special function registers are occupied. Okay. So microcontroller 8051 microcontroller has 16 address line. So 2 power 16 equal to 65536 location. In hexadecimal, if you go with 0 to 65535 locations. Or hexadecimal 000 to FFF. External memory. Here there is no condition like external access equal to 0, 1. There is no condition for interfacing RAM with the microcontroller. So external access pin, program store enable pin, that dedicated for interfacing external read-only memory. Okay. Interfacing RAM with the microcontroller, the read bar signal, write bar signal only we are going to use. Suppose we want to interface 64 kilobyte of RAM as well as 64 kilobyte of ROM. So what should be the connection? Interface diagram. I told you ROM, program store enable, should be connected with OE bar. OE stand for output enable to activate this chip. Reading the data. Output enable, PSEN. A8 to A15 dedicated address line. After latch out, your A0 to A7 address line. Okay. For carrying the data, D0 to D7. So data lines, address lines, and program store enable. This is equivalent to read the information from ROM memory. For interfacing RAM with the microcontroller, same thing. Address line must be there, data line must be there. Apart from that, read bar, write bar. The read bar signal of microcontroller connected with output enable of RAM. Write bar signal of microcontroller connected with write bar signal of RAM memory. Okay, so this is the interface diagram of RAM ROM at a time with the microcontroller. If you consider maximum capacity 64 kilobyte. Okay, 64 kilobyte meaning we need 2 to the power of 16. 65536. 64K. Okay. This is general diagram. Next. Interface 8K cross 8 RAM. Interface 8K cross 8 RAM with the microcontroller and show the circuit diagram. So I already told you 8K cross 8. Cross 8 represents a particular register can store 8-bit information. So 8K meaning 8 into 1024. Calculated. 8 into 1024. So 1024 for this 2 power 10, I think so, correct? How much? 2 power 10 or 2 power 9? 1024. Yeah, 2 power 10, correct. Next, 8 into 1024, that is equal to, this is 2 power 3. 2 power 3, this is 2 power 10. So we need 2 power 13. 13 address line needed. We need 13 address line to access all the locations of this 8K cross 8 memory. So 2 power 13 equal to this value. 2 power 13 equal to 8 cross 24. You will get this value. So 13 address line. 13 address line meaning A0 to A12. So A0 to A12 of microcontroller connected with this memory. A0 to A7 after latch out. Then D0 to D7 connected directly with this data line of RAM. So address we have connected, data we have connected. It is RAM. So read bar signal. Read bar signal connected with this signal. Output enable. Write bar signal connected directly with write bar signal. So apart from this, output enable represents output enable. Output enable represents reading the data from the memory. Write enable, you know, right. Apart from this, one more CE bar. CE bar represents chip enable. In some textbook, it follows chip select. CS bar or CE bar, chip enable. We have to make this particular pin as 0 to enable this entire memory IC. So 13 only we needed, but we have 16 address line. So what we can do? A0 to A12 connected with the memory. 13, 14, 15 is left. So that 13, 14, 15 you may connect with some inverter, and that inverter in output. So this is directly connected. Directly connected meaning not required. Okay, I'm sorry. The remaining address line may be used to select your chip enable signal. Chip enable signal is a active low signal. Active low signal meaning we have to place 0 on that particular pin. We have to place 0 on that particular pin. Then only this chip will be selected. We have to put 0. NAND gate output 0. When NAND gate output will be 0? When AND gate output will be 1. If all the inputs are 1, AND gate output will be 1. NAND gate output will be 0 when if all the inputs are 1. Okay. So in this connection, in this connection, the A13 directly connected here. So you make it as 0. We are not going to use this. Okay. A14, A15 connected to NAND gate. I am just explaining with respect to this circuit diagram. It should be 1. It should be 1. This is directly connected. So 1 meaning it should be 0. Okay, 0 and then complement 1. So if both the inputs are 1, NAND gate output will be 0. This will be selected. Or I'll show you the simple logic. It's better. This is connected to chip enable. A13, A14, 15, right? Suppose if you are connecting your A13, A14, A15, 3 to NAND gate, you should get 1, 1, 1, right? You keep this always 0. We are not going to use. It is all these 14, A13, A14, A15. Always 0 only. We are not going to use. So inverter meaning 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1 input to NAND gate, you will get output 0. So this chip will be selected. You can follow this procedure. It is simplest way. Okay, do you understand how to interface RAM with the microcontroller? Address line with memory, data line of memory, and read bar output enable signal, write bar write enable signal. The remaining informations, remaining address lines are used to select the chip enable. Next, ROM. Usually ROM used for storing the program memory. But sometimes data ROM also the people started using because the memory is very less expensive when compared with RAM. Okay, first we will discuss program ROM. 8 cross 8. So we need 13 address line connected. 8 data lines are connected. Now read bar, write bar not in use. Now the program store enable will come into the picture. Whenever if you are connecting ROM memory, your external access complete, it should be 0. And program store enable connected with the chip enable as well as output enable. This is the interfacing diagram for ROM with the microcontroller. But sometimes the ROM can be used to store the data also. Usually RAM for storing the data and ROM for storing our entire programs. That's what we discussed so far. But in some particular cases, this ROM memory can also used for storing data. So that time how to make the connection. Same A0 to A7 address, D0 to D7 data, and 12, 13 we needed. So A0 to A12, 13 address lines. So leftover part 13, 14, 15, as I told you in the previous slide, this will be connected with connected to NOT gate. This is always 0. We are not going to use. So 0, 0, 0 meaning 1, 1, 1. If all the inputs are 1, NAND gate output will be 0. This chip will be selected. Okay. So when ROM acts as the data memory, that time there is no use of program store enable. Okay. Data, we are going to just read only from the ROM. So write bar signal also not in used. So read bar signal of microcontroller directly connected with the output enable. We are going to read the data from the memory. So in this case, you have to connect read bar signal with output enable. So be clear. Read the question carefully in your examination, whether mid-examination or semester examination. Whether they are asking to interface program ROM with the microcontroller or data ROM with the microcontroller. If data ROM with the microcontroller, this is the interface diagram. If program ROM with the microcontroller, this is the interface diagram. Okay. RAM is only one type, no issue. This is standard pattern only.